Hi, this is Oscar Zayas from OnBeat Recording Studios, and you are watching Solid Brick TV.
You can catch us in the newest whips, popping champagne. About to hit the strip club and start a campaign. Bring the money out, bring the money out. Open the double bag and bring the money out. Killing these niggas about 3 or 4 chains. Just made a play for about 3 or 4 things. Bring the money out, bring the money out. Open the double bag.
I started getting into music back when I was 11 or 12 years old, probably earlier than that. I was interested in how they recorded the music. I used to collect records, and this was back in the 70s. I remember one of the first records I bought was like an Alice Cooper or Beatles record back in God knows when. And at first I started DJing. I started DJing when I was 13. And then, I was DJing for a long time and moved from New Jersey here to actually do that for a living. I left college for that. And after a while, I just wanted to know how they made the music, and slowly but surely I just started learning how to actually make it, and then eventually engineer it and to what I do now. I'm Cuban. I was born in Cuba. I came when I was 6 years old, and then I lived in New Jersey up until around 85, and I moved here. And I haven't been back ever since. I kind of like it here. I got a career here between DJing. I used to work at record stores. I used to own a record store. My life has always revolved around music, and being here allowed me to do that. I say DJing is a lot more fun, but engineering is a lot more, it's better for family life, that's for sure. I got a little girl now, so I'm actually still DJing. I spend a night here and there, mostly indie music. I like so many other things besides dance and rap. But, I still DJ here and there. But engineering is now my main profession. That's a good question. I was always motivated by music. I was always interested in how it was made. It always fascinated me, what makes people dance, what the social aspects of it. These days, I'm really getting more into how to make good sounds. My jobs have evolved from like making people dance to actually knowing what actually makes good sound. And I'm still learning. It's a learning process. Once you've learned it all, that means you're no good, because it's always learning to do this stuff. Never stop. And I'm still a student of music. Just like everything in life, this happened to me anyway, was an accident. I was working as a record buyer for a DJ store. We used to sell. I used to work at Specs Music. I don't know if anybody who remembers records. I used to be the record buyer. When you came, the DJs used to buy the records. I used to be the one that buys the records and sell them to you. You come to the store and I show you what's new and hot, because I was a DJ myself. I was working at a store called Danceterium back in the day, and the owner said, "Hey, I'd like to have a little studio in the store. I know you got equipment. You want to put it in there?" And I said, "Sure." And again, after that, Trip came, and the rest is history. It just became my job instead of a hobby. And when I look back at my career as a DJ and as a record buyer, all that stuff happens. It almost happens by accident, but it was always a timing to it. Like it wasn't an accident. So I'm gonna say God handled that. Actually. It's a series of good coincidences. I worked with tons of artists, of course most of them local. Triple J was the one guy that actually introduced me to a lot of the clients, into rap, because before then I was mostly producing techno, and my studio was for that purpose, doing mixtapes, techno mixtapes and things of that nature. But they ran a little ad, I think it was on BET or MTV, and Trip got it, and he came by, and I've never done it before. You know, we made that. I think it was Raw Vera Volume 2 or one of those. And all of a sudden, after Trip came out, I've had all these other clients, and the rest is history. He was one of the first. Mi Twice Mimi was another one of my original clients. Of course, 21 Rees, J Red. God, there's so many to name, and I'm sorry if I left anybody out. Me and Shife have also worked production with DJ Khaled, with Rick Ross, Gucci, Scrappy, Rocco, Future. I mean, there's too many to name as well. So yeah, we worked with a lot of different people. We have a company called OnBeat La Vie, and it's 3 guys, me, another friend named Stan, another guy named Kenzie, and basically we sign producers, and we get them placements in major label productions. And we have another room here just for the producers to vibe out, and writers, and that's my next goal, is trying to make that grow. And we're starting from here in West Palm Beach, not Miami, not anywhere else. The vibe here has always been good, and everybody wants to go somewhere else. Right. Why would you want to go somewhere else when this is where you get the vibe? People want different, and you can't go somewhere else and give them what they already have. Like, people don't understand that. They don't realize. Why don't you move to Miami? Why don't you do that? Because my vibe comes from here.
Right. It's just like coming from Detroit. That vibe is so different. And the music you make when you're there is like.
It's different, man. Yeah, but where you come from and your experiences create a lot of what you do. I'm not gonna say I'm all Palm Beach, and because my vibe comes from a lot of places. But for the artists that come here, don't be in such a hurry to go somewhere else, because there's a lot of good talent here, and you'll see. Once they start coming here and looking for the talent instead of us going over there, that's my goal. I mean, shit. What was Motown before they made Motown records? I mean, what was it? You have to, instead of joining, become the movement. That's what I want to do. I want to become the movement, not join the movement. Instead of spending money to go to school, if you have the money to go to school, I say, fine, do it, get a proper education. But most of this stuff, especially in this day and age, is based on your experience. I say go out there and get as much experience as you can. Do as much as you can for free just to get that experience, and also get to know people. Because in this business, it's all about networking. It's all about who you know, even if just in passing. Always treat everybody good, because you never know who's going to be what later. The way I get business is not really through advertising, it's through dealing with different people, and just networking. I know it sounds like a cliche, but it's really the truth. What you have to learn, you have to do that. But it's networking that counts. And but by that I mean, if you see a guy that's somebody's assistant right now, or do not treat them like shit. You treat them like you would everybody else, because that guy right there is going to be the guy that's going to be the head of the company 2 years from now. The music business is very small, and people revolve around it. They go from radio to record labels to, and everybody's going to be somebody who's in there. It's a very small group of people. Always treat everybody like you're dealing with the top guy. That's real. I mean, that's as far as all the other stuff, the promotion and all that, yes, that's fine. But you're never going to find anything truer than this is a network of a certain amount of people, and it's usually the same people. Just keep that in mind.
Treat everybody with respect.
Do you want to come record? I have a Facebook page. I have facebook.com, OnBeat Studios. I got OnBeatStudios.com. I have all my info there. And just email me, text me, Facebook me. Even MySpace is still there. We're in West Palm Beach, 2260 Palm Beach 6 Boulevard, Suite 204, and we're right next to Boca Tanning.
trust that for nothing, nothing, nothing. I'm in love with that money, money, money.